and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel and thank you so much for being here. If you're new, make sure you subscribe before you leave, and if you're a returning subscriber, if you haven't already, hit that little bell down below for notifications on when I put up new videos. I upload twice a week. Alright, I have been wanting to do this video since the first moment I realized these were a thing, and I actually saw this from, I believe, Kathleen Lights. She did a video reviewing these, but I was like kind of half watching, so I didn't have her opinion, but I immediately went to my local like CVS whatever to pick these up. And they are the Wet n Wild Photofocus Foundation in a dewy finish. This was actually a tried and true for me for a couple of years. I really loved, absolutely loved the original formula, which was a matte finish, but I am on the more dry side, so I just kept feeling like as the day progressed it was getting drier and drier on me, so I gave up using that. I was very sad about it. It is a very affordable, super affordable foundation, and I really liked it. So when I saw the Dewy was available, I mean, I was very excited about it. You guys will see shortly because I've already, you know, reviewed the foundation, put on the foundation, but I did go ahead and get two different shades. I didn't feel like there was one single shade that worked for me, which is actually totally fine because they were about $6 each, and that is not even that expensive, seeing as I have been using the Studio Fix foundation from MAC, and that has been running about $40 every single time I get it. So regardless, it's still cheaper. I am gonna go ahead and get to the actual meat of this video. So grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's get started. Okay, so I have my primer on and I did my brows and my eyeshadow. This brow is gonna need some work, I can already tell, but I'll deal with that later. So I picked up two different shades. I didn't really know what shade worked for me, but this is Shell Ivory and Soft Ivory. I think that I was using Shell Ivory last time around. Let me kind of see here. I might actually need to do like a mix of the, might actually need to do like a mix of the two. Let me actually just do like a really quick like swatch on my face. It seems a little light, and that one was the Soft Ivory. Let me see. I just feel like I need straight up somewhere in the middle, so what I'm gonna do is just mix them together, and then I use the pore filler from NYX as my primer. It's all right. I don't think it's like the best thing in the world, but it's kind of like a cheap primer. That's kind of what I came up with. All right. Okay, that looks pretty good. Already I can feel this consistency is really nice. Quite like it a lot, actually. Wow, it's blending really well. Oh, and that color is really nice. I'd say it has a good coverage already. Oh yeah, I think that's like a really good color. And you can see like I got a lot of redness on my cheeks, and it's covering that like really well. Okay, so far, really like that. I really like the texture. Just gonna go ahead and do a little bit more for my forehead. Really like how these two look together. I just need like a solid neutral. I'm like pretty damn neutral. Really liking the coverage. Okay, so I think we're pretty good for the color. We might be a little bit light here. I don't think so, actually. I think I'm happy with the color from what I can see. And so far, I don't know if you can tell, but I am pretty dewy. And I don't know I remember when I used to use this a lot. I don't remember loving how it applied with a beauty blender. I actually think I liked it better with a brush, because I'm not loving the texture it's giving my skin. I feel like I can see a lot more pores and it's a lot more textured than my Studio Fix, which I've been using a lot of. So maybe I can already say next time around I might like a brush to blend it out. This is the current foundation that I've been using. So you can kind of see I'm like literally straight in the middle there. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my makeup. Just blend that out. And come back to see how it looks when it's all dried down and whatnot. So far I'm seeing a lot more dewiness than before. I'm just seeing a lot more texture than I like in my typical foundation. So I'll be back in a bit. I'm just, like I said, gonna finish up the rest of my makeup and let you guys see what it looks like when it's all done. Okay, so I have finished my makeup now and I have a few thoughts, and I'm not gonna wrap up the video here because I feel like I'm not gonna be able to have the full opinion and review of the foundation, but currently, like with everything set, I'm actually really quite fond of how it looks. It's like a good medium to heavy foundation. I felt like I could very easily build in areas if I wanted to, and I really actually quite like the look. I try not to put too much powder on my face just because I think that's kind of counteractive because it is a dewy foundation, but I'm really quite liking it, especially since I feel like it did a lot to cover my redness. I feel like my under eyes are a little bit darker than I like, but that's just because I usually pack on a little bit more foundation underneath, and I'm not trying to like excessively put on too much foundation. I don't hate it though, like so far so good. I feel like it's kind of giving me that finish that I like. I'm not seeing a lot of cakiness, maybe like a little bit around the nose, but that's just kind of like a typical area for me. It's got a very like skin-like finish too. I don't feel like it's incredibly dewy, but that also might just be because I did put a little bit of my powder just because I need it for my makeup to stay in place or else it would slip and slide everywhere. It was a very dewy finish, which I quite enjoy, and mixing these two together, perfect match. Like, I feel like it's actually even more of a perfect match than the current foundation that I'm using. So I'm really happy that I picked up both of these, which, to just kind of give you guys a refresher, I picked up Shell Ivory and Soft Ivory, and I'm about, I think that they were about $5.99 or $6.99 each. So even with these two combined, say they were $6 each, that's $12. That is still so much cheaper than my Studio Fix, which is about $40 every single time. So I'm definitely gonna keep these on hand. I will see how it kind of moves and wears through the day, and I will be back to let you know. It is currently 1:25. I will check back maybe around 6 o'clock, let you know how it's looking. So far so good. I'm actually really pleased with how it turned out, and I will see you guys in, I mean, just a second for you. Okay, so it is hours later. It is currently 6:11, I don't know if you can see, and the sun's almost gonna go down, so I decided to just quickly film a little bit of an update. I actually am pretty impressed by the way this foundation held up. Even on my nose here, which I typically get like a lot of creasing, it's not a crazy amount for being such a, like, you know, inexpensive foundation. I'm not getting like a crazy amount of like oiliness in my T-zone either, which is usually an area that I have to like pat a lot. So I feel like the amount of dewiness is just perfect. I don't feel like I look super dry. I did notice that some foundation came off around my chin, and I probably should have set around my nose a little bit better. But aside from that, it actually stayed pretty well. Mind you, I've just kind of been home and recording all day, so I don't know how this would actually work outside with like wear and tear from the weather. But just being home, it actually held up really well, and then it stayed the same color, didn't oxidize, and this is actually like the perfect color for me too, so I'm really happy. I love how it looks. It actually looks stunning. It was a little bit more textured when I first put it on, but now I find it just kind of finished to like a really nice finish. I'm falling off the bed here. But yeah, it's beautiful. I'm really impressed with how it looks. I definitely think I'm going to be using this quite often, especially since this is so much more affordable than my Studio Fix foundation, and this combination for me was truly perfect. I'm gonna go ahead though and wrap up this video, so I will see you guys in just a second from past Sarah. Alright you guys, well that is everything for the video. I don't know how the wear is. I am recording this part before my final opinion, but so far so good. I really like how it looks. I'm very happy. I'm super excited that I found an extremely cheap alternative to my not cheap foundation. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Are you a fan of Photofocus Foundation? Have you used it before? Are you interested in the Dewy? I would love to hear your thoughts. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video though, so don't forget you can find new videos from me every Wednesday and every Sunday, and new blog posts every Tuesday and every Thursday, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
I see no reason why I should ever let you go. Don't wanna wake up if I'm dreaming, because you know I can't get enough of this feeling.